Michelle St. John, along with me, my son Ben.
Yes, hello there and welcome everybody.
Okay, my dear friends, the key to becoming a magnet, becoming that manifestation magnet to bring that loved one back. Okay, my dear friends, but first and foremost, I'm going to tell you real quick, the story of Sandra. Okay, I have her permission to share it with you guys, and may this be an inspiration
And a motivation.
Yes, that if it happened for Sandra, my dear friends, it can happen for you as well.
Yes.
Okay, Sandra, my dear Sandra. Okay. She separated recently, from her husband of 5 years. Things did not go right between the two of them, okay? And then she meets Joe, okay? A separated man, of course, from his wife, with 2 children. So they meet and they hit it off. And it turns out that, Sandra was madly in love with Joe, okay? The man that she had recently met. Mm-hmm. And it seemed like Joe was as well. Mm-hmm. So, they're both separated, on their way to putting in all the paperwork for divorce and all of that. And all of a sudden they said, well, why don't we plan a trip out? Away from the city, away from, just to get to know each other more and have fun, enjoy ourselves. Perfect. Okay, that day comes, that trip is in full blast. They finally make it to an island, okay, nearby, as a matter of fact. And the wife of Joe calls him up. And that's exactly when all of a sudden, okay, she wants to go back with her husband. This is the wife, okay? I hope I'm not confusing you. So she tells Joe, I know that you're on vacation. I hope you're having a lot of fun. But I want to tell you something, that it'd be best if you and I come back. Okay, right there. Joe had already stopped all of the intentions, all of the trying, the pleading to his ex-wife. Okay, that they were separated, she wanted nothing to do with him. But all of a sudden, now that Joe is out with someone else, okay, ready to put in all the divorce papers, the wife calls and starts pleading to him that they should give their marriage a second chance because they have 2 kids. Okay, Joe hangs up and tells Sandra, you know what? When we go back home, this is wonderful, but when we go back home, that's going to be it, because my still wife wants to make this work, wants us to make our marriage work, because we have 2 kids.
Right.
Okay. So I remember receiving Sandra's Skype session from where they were at.
Right.
And I tell her, okay, number 1, do not lose control.
Exactly.
Don't lose it. Okay. The most obvious reaction, and most of you are gonna be on my same belief.
Right.
Most of us, our reaction would be, you better take me home right this moment, take me to the airport, I'm going back, I don't want to be with you, I can't believe that you and I are here, and We are having a great time. You're separated. I'm separated. We're starting a new life. This is it. Okay.
The drama.
The drama,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I told Sandra, you really want this man. Do you or do you not?
Exactly.
I really want him. I started to like him. My divorce papers are on their way to being submitted to the court. I really like this man. This is a wonderful person Joe, is a wonderful person. Okay? Play your cards right. Do not give him drama.
Exactly.
Do not give him drama.
Exactly.
Go ahead, enjoy those days to the fullest with him.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they were both separated.
Yeah.
Wife of Joe wanted nothing to do with Joe. The only reason she wanted to give her marriage a second chance was because she heard over one of those platforms, okay, that he was on his way somewhere. And of course, he wasn't going to be alone because he had hinted that in his posting, okay? So, Sandra hangs up, okay, this Skype session call, and she goes back to Joe. You know what, Joe? We might as well enjoy ourselves here these days. We did plan out for these days for us to break off and just be together, enjoy ourselves, and have fun. And Joe is, yes, let's do it. I mean, okay, great. So, she played her cards right, okay? Because she did not give him that drama.
Exactly.
That we usually give. You know, the complaining, the questioning, the madness. Okay.
Yeah.
So, those few vacation days go by. She makes them the best days of her life and his life. When the two of them return home, okay? For Sandra, her divorce papers are continuing. They're going on.
Yeah.
For him, he goes back and he talks to his wife, and the drama begins.
Well.
Guess who kept Joe? Sandra.
There you go.
Okay? Because you know how to play your cards right. Okay? And it's not like you're putting up with BS. No. It's knowing how to play your cards right. And remember, who determines your happiness? Not other people. You do, my friends.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
As we speak, Joe and Sandra are together. Joe just received his divorce papers from the woman his wife, who wanted to get back with him the moment she heard he was out there having fun. But she was a drama queen, okay? And like I said, when we're mad, we tend to lose it.
Yes, we do.
So if we can control us.
Yeah, the situation.
Yeah, we can control us and the situation and think ahead in the now. Oh my goodness, here comes the law of attraction. And if the vibrations are like this,
They start aligning.
Exactly. Correct to where and how you want it to be. Okay?
Yeah, it's true.
Very, very important.
Very important.
Okay, so another thing here is that throws us off, that leaves us without being irresistible, okay, is that our loved one tells us, you know what, we need to talk. And, we lose it.
Yeah.
Again, we lose it.
Yeah.
By the way, Sandra and Joel were irresistible to one another.
Yes, they
Especially Sandra, because he told her, you know what? I've decided that what I told you that you and I were gonna stop everything after we got home because I was gonna get back with my wife. I'm really sorry that I did. I've been thinking things over, and please don't take it as you're second in my life. No, it's just that I do have kids. I needed to think of them. But I honestly, in thinking of my kids, okay, I don't want to go back to my wife because we are going to make the life for our kids miserable and our life as well.
Yeah.
So Joe decided to stay with Sandra, but then again, Sandra had already decided it before him.
Exactly.
She played her cards right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? There was no drama. There was nothing but goodness.
Exactly.
So she became irresistible.
Exactly.
Okay? And another thing that kind of robs us from that irresistible title as women or as men is when they tell us we need to talk. And days and days and days and days go by.
That's true.
And we are going crazy because our loved one told us we need to talk. I'm one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I once did that, okay?
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Years and years ago, okay? And I was mad. I was in a bad mood. I was thinking things, what is he going to tell me? What am I going to say? And in what is he going to tell me? And what am I going to say? All those feelings started to become a mixture of hate, of anger, of madness, of you name it. All those negative vibrations that ended a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay? Years went by. I came across that same situation again, okay? And they told me, we need to talk. Or he tells me, we need to talk. And I said, sure, babe, whenever you want, we can talk. And I kept having fun. I kept being myself. I kept doing things for me. I remember that I even took a course in makeup that one time. And, just really, and I didn't even touch the subject. He was the one that was going crazy and wild because I was way too busy to even, touch on a subject that he wanted to touch on, to talk about. But, I would keep telling him, honey, dear, loved one, I don't have time today, but definitely it's very important that you and I talk, whatever it is that you want to talk to me about. But I'm having right now a lot of things that I've got to take care of.
Right.
And he was the one who said, we need to talk. Like, he wanted to put me on the nervous, stressful end. He did not accomplish it because I had already gone through it.
There you go.
And I was not going to lose my title of irresistible just because somebody triggered my stress, my nerves, my peace.
Yeah.
I kept it. I kept
There you go.
exactly that. My peace,
Yeah.
my calmness,
Yeah.
my serenity.
Yeah.
And it was at the end, okay? It was just to tell me something that wasn't that important.
Right.
Okay, but I could have lost everything. I could have lost my relationship. I decided to play my cards right and keep my irresistible title.
Exactly.
Okay, and
Yeah.
it worked, my dear friends.
Exactly.
It worked. Okay, so when something like this comes to you, allow Loa to step in.
That's law of attraction right there.
The universe, the great I am.
That's
okay?
right.
Ask, allow that to step in, to stay into your well-being. And how does that happen? Remember, in order to attract what you want, who you want back, you must feel calm,
You do.
peaceful,
Yeah.
serenity should be reigning at all times,
Exactly.
as much as possible, of course, because life does happen and there are things that trigger our peace
Yeah.
that don't relate to our relationship.
That's right.
But when you allow happiness, this makes you irresistible, my friends. Happiness, calmness, goodness. Magnet to what you want.
That's right.
magnet to what you want, instant magnet
Exactly.
to what you want, because you've got the greatest power of all,
Yes, you do.
peace. You know that if he comes up with a crazy idea, or she comes up with an idea of wanting to give you the boot, it's only because he or she wants to come back to you.
Exactly.
But you gotta believe that.
Exactly.
If you lose it, if you go the other way, you
Yeah.
lose it and you fight it and you battle it and you give war, and that's exactly what you get more of.
Exactly. That's
Then-
why things seem impossible
Exactly.
in our lives.
Yes.
In all of our lives.
Exactly. Things start to become even harder.
Yeah.
He or she gets further and further away from you.
Yeah.
Instead of you remaining calm,
Mm-hmm.
at peace, at serenity,
Yeah.
with that power, in a position of power,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that what you want, you have.
Exactly.
When you feel that assurance, when you have that in you, my dear friends,
Right there.
there is nothing, okay, that can defeat you.
Exactly.
Nothing that can defeat you. No one that can defeat you.
Exactly.
And you've got your love for you, the way you want it, the way that you so much dream of it.
Yeah.
So you are so powerful. Remember
Yes,
what
you
happened
are.
to Sandra? She played her cards right. Okay? And that's exactly when people like us, step in to remind you how powerful you can be if you play your right card.
Exactly.
Sometimes we have so many cards in front of us, okay?
Yeah.
And we're so stressed out and we're so in fear and we feel like we've lost that loved one. But when you're reminded of the right card to play, that's exactly when you come back to that position of power, and you are irresistible, invincible, and wonderful. You already are, but you become even more so
Exactly.
when you maintain that peace.
That's right.
Okay, my dear friends, so we're going to leave you with that,
Yeah.
okay? Remember that anything that happens all over the world, it can happen to you. When it comes, anything as in manifesting your loved one, okay? And of course, if you vibrate to a negative thought, well, it's so unfortunate that that's what comes to pass.
Yeah.
That's what comes.
Yeah.
But if you're vibrating to a positive co-creation, a positive vibration, that's exactly, my dear friends, it's got nowhere else to go but to
Exactly.
come to you. The
Exactly.
way you want it, the way you've thought about it, the way you've co-created in your heart, in your soul, in you.
You create
You've
your
got
own.
it.
Exactly. You create your own reality.
Yes, my dear friends. So we're going to leave you with that.
Yes.
Okay? What happened to Sandra can happen to you.
Yes.
Happiness. Okay? And she played her winning card.
Exactly.
You got a winning
You
card as
can
well.
win your winning card.
You have your winning card
Yes,
already
you do.
with you.
Right there.
It's just a matter of playing it. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, my dear friends. So we will leave you with that. Leave your comments down below. Also, catch
Like-
us on the go.
Yes, on Rose for Your Soul podcast, and the platforms are right down below on this screen and also on the description below. And please like this video also, and yes, subscribe to this channel.
Awesome. See you guys next time.
Yes.
Namaste.
Namaste.